Oh, fuck.
Can you move this?
Yeah, let's get this big dog out of the way. I need to start up this bike that's in my showroom. It's an old Rotary converted Honda QA50 that I built. It runs really good, but I haven't used it in about 6 months.
That looks old.
Yeah, it's very old. I just realised it's got no spark plug in it. We can put one in.
Should be right.
Yeah. It should be alright.
Should be right.
The real question is, will it start? I don't know what state the carby's going to be in. Will it start?
How much you want to bet?
It hasn't been started in 6 months. It's a pretty decent amount of time to just be sitting. I made a little centre stand for this so it stands up nice and stable. There's my box of Rotary parts. Got some brand new spark plugs. Anyone playing along at home, I'm using a B7 HS. It's an NGK. That's what we run in the Rotaries. You just need the right spark plug wrench. Use my 3/8 ratchet. We're gonna have to wait for it to dry out a bit before we can ride this. Oh man. Okay, we've got the spark plug in. Just need to take that little tip off there. Tip off the spark plug, because these don't use that. That's it. We're going to try it with the old fuel. The oil that I use in the 2-stroke mix that these run is 50:1 ratio, and the oil actually has like a stabilizer in it, which helps the fuel to last longer when it's sitting. It's probably one of the biggest benefits of using 2-stroke premix. I'm going to drain a bit of fuel through the carb, because I bet you there's oil sitting in the bottom of the carby. Oh. This will be a surefire way to get it to go. Oh, look at that. See how it was all, yeah, it was all blue and gooey at the start. So what happens is the fuel evaporates out of the bowl and it leaves oil sitting behind in the bottom of the bowl. So the best thing we can do is just flush a bit of fresh fuel through. That's cool. Now we've got to guess how many starts, how many pulls it's going to take to start it.
Oh, I'd say 3 this time.
Dude, I think it's going to take more than 3. I'm going to say 5.
Oh.
It's been 6 months on this one.
Yeah.
Ignition on, choke on. We've got the fuel running through. Here goes. 1, 2. Check out that exhaust. How good,
You nearly killed me.
I know, sorry. A couple of skiddies on the floor. Oh, I love it, eh?
Oh, let's see.
Damn, it's so crispy, eh?
Oh.
It started up like a champ. It's been sitting for 6 months and it started in 3 pulls. People say Rotaries are unreliable, but man, they are so reliable. When everything's right, they're just like dialed in. Yeah, that's crazy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. Might just need the choke on for longer. It's not idling. Oh.
What's gone wrong? Uh-oh.
Did I turn the fuel off? I turned the fuel off before. And would you believe that's why the supercharged bike died last time we were riding it as well? It's always the gas, eh? You know, I took my car to the mechanic once and was like, dude, it's missing, like there's something wrong with it. And he's like, have you got gas in it? I was like, uh-oh. But it's always the simple things.
Okay.
Come on, baby. This thing's sick. When I built this, people were so interested in it. The content always went really well. No one's ever tried to buy it off me though, which is really interesting because to me, this is like such a cool conversion. It's like a rotary swapped car, you know, like everyone loves rotaries.
What did it have before?
What do you mean?
What engine did it have before?
Oh, 49cc. Little tiny piston engine. That was so slow. And I'll tell you what, this thing does 100 kilometers an hour now. It's just like, it's insane. This hasn't got a torque converter on it like the other bikes have, which saps a lot of power. This just has a straight geared clutch, you know?
So they'll kill you.
It revs out hard. Like, this thing will rev to 10,000.
Jeez.
Yep.
So you've done the forks, you've done the springs.
I'm nearly there. Look, this just needs to be welded onto here.
Ah, yeah.
And then I'm gonna drill holes in the end of here and make up some little steel bushes. And that'll give us the completed springer set. And then we can actually start working on the handlebars. I'm thinking about doing like a style that I've never done before where I'm gonna bring them together and then do a mitre joint. So it'll be a sharp corner and then the two bars. And I'm gonna keep them a little bit lower. The idea there is that it's not like a full-on ape hanger. It'll just be a mid-rise bar. And I kind of want this bike to be a bit more like low-key. In the past, I've been doing them really extreme with like big ape hangers and really high sissy bars and stuff. But on this one,
it's big though, this bike.
It's huge. It's because the back wheel's out the back on this one. Previously, the axle was about there. So it's like, man, it must be 6 inches longer. Which is going to make a huge difference to how stable this bike is. I think before you were sitting over the back wheel and it was too easy to wheel stand. I know that's going to be a problem going forward. It was something that I always wanted to make better. So with this bike, I'll focus more on getting that weight forward. And you can see now that the engine's actually in the center. So it's in the center of the two wheels. It's not biased towards the rear. So this bike should be a lot more stable. And I think it'll handle better being longer as well. I'm really excited to ride this one actually because of that. And the new V200 engine, by the way, is going to be sick. It's got electric start now. The prototype version was just we just started with a battery drill. We actually hooked it on the side with a socket and cranked it over. So I'll be like riding around with a battery drill hanging off my belt so I can start it with it. But this is so sick, man. The other thing I've got to do is make a battery box so that I can mount a battery in here for the starter motor. So there's a few little tasks ahead of us on this. And of course the exhaust, this is the exhaust that was on the prototype engine and it doesn't quite clear the new finned guard. So what I'm going to do, oh, there's another thing as well. It's too close to your foot. Like you're literally burning your ankle on here. It's really, really dangerous. So what I want to do is redesign these exhausts so that they take another route that's a lot further away from your leg, and that's going to be quite a big job. I'm probably going to get a few mandrel bent up because I know I'm going to do more of these, so put the effort in now for the reward later, make them easy for me in the future. Look at that. You can see how the suspension works. So we're going to try and add this extra piece in. What I'll do, I've marked that one, so I'll go ahead and drill these. Check out these little accessories that come with the table. These have a little V in them and little spigots. I quite like these for when I'm doing jobs with tubing because I can just clamp the tube down to the bench really easy. What I do is I sit them in there like that. And then I use a quick clamp.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. And then you got your tube really nicely kind of locked in that V. Then I can drill that. Here's a little trick. If you use Vivid first, and then when I use my scriber, you can see the scribe line really easy. So that is 23, so half of 23 is 11.5. Right.
Oh, sick.
Just put a 3mm pilot through. Now I'm going to hit it with a 12mm drill. And we're just repeating on the other side. Making a mess. It's squared, it's good. Because see, if I don't drill these holes at the same heights, it'll affect how square the wheel is. So I need to get these spot on. It's quite important. But I've got this good. After I bent this, I put a square across the end, marked it, and then trimmed the ends to the same length. That way I knew that these were the same length and position, so I can measure that hole in from each end.
More scribings.
There you go. I always clean up these little chips because they get everywhere. They end up in your socks.
And it's just
in your
nice to
hair.
have a clean workspace.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the polished floor is that it's excellent when it's clean, but if you have stuff all over it, it becomes real slippery. Little, especially grinding dust. It's not hard to clean up as you go. I always do it. I run my little handy burr around those. Quite like using these holes just to brace parts like that, actually. Pretty handy. Cool. We're going to machine some pins that are going to slip through here, and they're going to have an M8 thread in them. I've already made some for this, and it's exactly the same for the Springer fork. So it's basically a mild steel round bar insert, and I TIG welded into the back side of the crush tube. Plus 3.2. These are different. Oh no. I've got to measure up all the pieces that are going to be in it to work out the shoulder length. So it's 3.2 plus 8.9 plus 3.3, 15.4, and I'm going to add the 0.6. I'm going to round it up to 16. So it's got some end float because I don't want it to be tight. Yeah, I've got to drill holes in here to let the fluid out when the chrome plating process takes place. They have to flush it out. And it also lets the gases out when I'm welding it. If you try and weld a piece of sealed tube, when you get to the end it blows out and leaves a pinhole in the weld. I'm just welding the inserts that I machined into the tube. So this is a TIG welder, and these are the pivot bushes for the bottom end of the fork. So that will run inside that plastic bush, and then there's a plastic thrust washer on there as well. And then once it's cooled down, we'll weld it onto the top of here, and that'll complete the Springer set. Mike's connected, we may as well say something. That's a Mazda RX7. It's an FC and it's probably going to disappear soon. This might be the last piece of content we're filming with it. Can't tell you what we're replacing it with, but the only clue I can give you is it's the same colour. It's a good looking car.
Yeah.
Those welds have cooled down now, and I'm going to chuck this together. Those are the plastic thrust washers. See how that fits through there like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the M8x25s in. These are little flanged head bolts. The flange actually helps to retain it from slipping off the end. Just spin those up with my little rattle gun. 10mm. I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple of tack welds onto here, and then while it's cooling down, we're going to make a start on the handlebars. Oh fuck.
What happened here?
Something hit me in the forehead. It's because I didn't take the weight of the springs and there's way more preload on them than I thought. I lost one of the pieces, it just went flying across the room. That's it. Let that cool down and we'll move on to the handlebars. I ground the black mill scale off these so that the TIG welds will take better to the steel. The contamination of the black mill scale actually makes the welds go a little bit dirty. This one's damaged. Ain't nobody got time for that. Grab a little bit of 7/8 inch tubing. Check that's gonna fit. Beautiful. Right, let's cut some tube. Just need this. Cut it at 370. That's my two uprights. So I'm going to bend these in and forward, so it'll just be one bend, and then I'll rotate them to get the right amount of forward versus in. I think it's going to look really good. The question is where to bend it. Do I start at the bottom? No. Higher up. I think I want the mitre joint for the handlebar end to be right at the top of the bend. I think that'll look the best. Okay. Let's do it. Now this thing is heavy. Oh, it's got the 5/8 die on there, so I'll change that for the 7/8. Plug that into this conveniently placed point. We'll reset this every time we use it, back to 0. Key point with tube bending is to keep the seam of the tube either up or down. It's got to be in the centre of the bend, otherwise you're going to get inconsistent bends. And I'm going to use a toolmaker's clamp. I clamp the tube to this because if I don't, it risks slipping on here and you don't get a consistent bend every time. Something that I've found works really well. Now it's just a question of what angle to go to. So I'm going to try 15. See on the screen there we've got 90 dialed up. I can roll that down. I'll take it down to 16, so it goes 1 degree past 15. Chuck it into forward and we bend. Reverse it up to free it up. Now it doesn't look like enough. Go a bit more, go to 20. Yeah, a bit more, I'm going to go 25. Yep. I'll do the other side and we'll get them up on the bike. We'll check out how that looks. The handlebar tube, oh man. It wants to come off there like that. Doesn't quite look right. It'd look better if I went like that. Oh, okay, that looks pretty good. Change of plan. Yeah, that looks cool. I kind of like that. So my original plan was to bend it inwards, but it was going to end up being a really tight mitre joint here, and it just doesn't quite look right. It'd look better if that was a big gentle curve, but I can't quite do that. So I think turning that out like that, I've kind of fluked it and ended up with something that I kind of like. Yeah, that looks cool. I'll get this other one bent. So last time I had the seam facing up, this time I'm going to face it down, and then I'll get a mirrored piece, the opposite to that one that I've just done. All right, we're straight into it this time, up to 25. Too easy, eh? Tell you what, some of these tools I've got make my life pretty easy. That is cool. I like it. But are they too far swept back? Oh, it's pretty cool. So if the handlebars were there, I kind of like it. It's not what I first expected, but I think it's cool. I could bend these forward as well. I like it. I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I can always remake them. I think I need 160 to get my brake and my throttle and everything on. I'm going to swing the saw around to 45 degrees, and that'll give me a mitre joint. We're going to get ourselves a nice mitre cut. I'll grab one of these and I'll put a mitre on it. I'm going to tack weld that piece onto there, and then I'll be able to get it into the saw how I need it to be to cut the mitre, and then I'll obviously have that cut off at the end. So it's going to be one way to do it. Let's give it a go. As you can see, I've tack welded that tube onto the end of there, and that's given me something to hold it by. Now I can get the mitre cut that I need on there. I've got that in there sitting level. So here we go. Beautiful. That's how we do it. I'm going to tack weld these together and chuck it on the bike and see how it feels. Hopefully it's right. Yeah, that looks so, it suits the tank. I like it. It's got a kind of evil look. Oh yeah, that's sick, man, because they're so close together now. When I do a big bend here, you end up with your hands further out. I really like that, that's cool. It's comfortable as well. It's got a good setback and a good angle. It matches your wrist, you know. That's really important, because if your wrist is at the wrong angle, you're going to get fatigued when you're riding. Jimmy's going to love it. All right, let's get the other one done. So just doing the other side, same again, got the mitre cut. I did that by tacking the tube on. I'm just going to clean it up, cut the other handlebar piece, and I'm going to weld these bad boys up. It looks awesome. I like it. It's just, I can't help but think they need to be bent forward as well. When I stand back and look at the bike, it looks a little bit weighted rearwards. Like I think I'd just kind of bring them forward a bit just to make the bike look better. Don't know. Because when that forks, I'm just looking at the balance of the forks and like how much weight is forward of this point. We've got the bulk of that, we've got the springs, then the bars are just kind of leaning back. What I'm thinking is it might look better if I just put a bit of a bend in here and just bring them forward a little bit. If I do it, I can't go back on it, so I'd have to remake the whole thing. I don't know. I'll take a sip of water for inspiration. Okay, I'm going to bend them forward. Some things just have to be done. If I don't do it, I'll never know. Wait, I need to pick the angle. I need to pick the angle that these will sit at. So, jump up there again with my Vivid. I need a little ladder here so I can get up on the bench.
Safely?
Yeah. Oh, without pulling the whole bike over. Oh man, it's pretty cool from up here. What I'm doing here is just working out what the setback is for the bars. So I'll just grip the tubes, and that gives me exactly where my hands want to be. And now what I'll do is mark them on the front. So when I pull them out, I'll know where to orient the bend forward. I need to know where the front is. That's how deep they should go into the forks, not that line there that I marked. So with that line facing forward, back this up. You can see there's a line in there. That's what I'm going to use. Is that lined up about there? Okay, I'm just going to give this 10 degrees. I think that's all it will need just to make it look right. Don't want to go too much. Oh look, we're going to be able to line it up to that angle there. Oh, yeah. And that will make it look right. That's what it needs. It needs to match an existing line on the bike. So that's getting close. It just needs probably another, like, I don't know, 2-3 degrees. That's going to look wicked. Let's give it a couple more. Oh, yes, that's it, Pat.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's what we're looking for, Pat. We're looking for symmetry throughout the whole design. Oh, that's it, man. That's exactly what it needed. Let me bend this other one. Some things just have to be tried. Okay, I think the angle's a little bit out between the two. I might need to tweak one. But that is so good. Jimmy's going to love this. It's going to be his favourite bike. I guarantee it. Look at this shot from the back, man. It looks freaking cool. Mate, I like it. It matches the tank so good. I had the vision last night to do these bars. I'm so glad I tried it. Oh, one last check. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's comfortable. You know, like, hands aren't too high. They're not going to go to sleep. Just perfect. Seat feels good. It's got the springs in it. All I'm going to do now is make a little sissy bar behind you, and that'll just be a decorative one. I love it. I'm going to build another one just for me. I've got to have one, eh? It's hot, but it's good. Ah! Ooh. Oh. I knew I'd burn myself on these too. Doing these nuts up's the finishing touch on assembling the Springer forks. So these are preloading the top springs. So when the bottom springs compress, the upper springs decompress and it takes up the free play. So right now it's loaded and it's ready to take weight. 2 nuts to retain these. On the finished bike, I use nylock nuts on here so they can't vibrate loose. A couple of little burrs inside the handlebar ends. I'll just take those off because it'll be me that grabs that and cuts my hand. I'm happy, man. That is so cool. And jump on for one last hurrah. I knew that would happen eventually. I'll shit myself. I can just see this whole thing falling off with me on it. Okay. Yeah, man. That feels real good. We've just finished these custom 1-of-1 Springer forks for Jimmy John's Hustler V200 custom mini chopper. Looks great. Happy days for Jimmy.
What are those now?
These are the next 4 Hustler Minibikes that I'm going to be assembling in the week to come. Check that out. This Illusion Red. This is going to be a Fat Boy with the piston engine key start Robin. This Illusion Cherry. This is one of my most popular colours. And this one is a Hustler Fat Boy Rotary Custom with custom Kenworth branding. So we're going to put some chrome Kenwood vinyl cut decals on the side of that one. This one here is gloss black. This is a little Hustler model, that's the base model. And this one here is Illusion Smurf Blue. And this one is another Rotary Custom Fat Boy. This blue's turned out to be really popular actually. That's super cool, eh? I'm a big fan of that one.
Well, next week.
It's all ahead of us. So much to do, so little time.